Welcome back and Happy New Year to those of you that follow me, as well as those of you who are new. Yes, we do have these videos out through the members and we are live every Friday. So if you do want these ahead of the crowd, you can join the membership online. Okay, without further ado, let's get into the update for the karmic third party. Banners were all skewed there. Nevertheless, we do have the twin flame read up on the screen. We will close up it. And we're going to first look at the crowning energy, the past position, and the foundation. Then we're going to jump into the bulk of the read. Now, go check out the Divine Masculine read as well as Divine Feminine, because they have been quite juicy this week in the mix. Okay, there's something to do. There's passion amiss at the moment, and especially if this individual, from a passion point of view, it's chemistry. It's maybe having, it's feeling lackluster. Okay, we have fire in reverse, and it's almost like that passion in life, not maybe having a lot of energy, feeling quite confused. And there is resentment here. So there's anger and resentment, and something that they're keeping close to their chest. I don't feel they're sharing this with counterpart or anyone else for that matter, right? You know, in the initial stage, this is what I'm saying, that this person is festering, and there is resentment relating to the past that's coming up. This can be small tiffs, it can be fights, it can be niggling statements and comments, especially because at the moment we do have Mars in the house of Gemini. It is going direct, but it's still going to remain in that placement. And so it's almost like war with words, you know, that's what I'm saying coming through with the karmic third party. Now, in the past position, this person doesn't realize there's a lesson involved in the circumstance. Could it be egoic? Yes, it could be. But, you know, these things are really going to be wrapping up. But this individual doesn't quite get that there is a lesson involved in the circumstance. They're really thinking of it from their point of view. It's funny because this card does relate to finding your own purpose in your own personal life. Discover the purpose in the situation. Trust the situation that you are. Trust that you are learning. It's something to do with the twin flame path. And I feel, you know, this card drops down to, I'll close up it. This card drops to an 11. And so they're not quite understanding this spiritual connection. They may be aware of who you are, but they don't quite understand the connection between the divine feminine and the divine masculine. They could be looking at you as an intrusion, the one that got away, the dark horse, so to speak. And in their own personal life, you know, not finding their divine counterpart of their own, they're kind of looking at this more so from a point of view of not knowing what to do. Let's look now at the foundation. What is going on here? Yeah, they're perplexed. They feel that there is still the connection between you and counterpart, and it's almost their shadow. It's almost like I'm seeing this feminine and masculine on the card, and I feel it's like a haunting. I'm hearing the term the ghost of girlfriend's past. You know, sometimes we tend to think if we're married, if we're tribe, if we're this, if we're that, it means it's safe. And from a foundation point of view, they're really perplexed. They're really looking at this, feeling that, okay, has counterpart actually let go? There's fair-based frequency coming up. For some reason, I feel they could be coming across a text message. This could be an old text message, an old message, trying to gauge the situation. I don't know why I'm seeing a counterpart actually quite vague in this karmic contract and quite distant. And they're trying to look at their eyes to gauge where they're at. It's almost like the eyes are the honesty to the soul. And I feel that they're spiritually looking at this individual in their eyes, and they're quite away with the fairies, so to speak. And they're trying to gauge, okay, well, you know, I'm here, so why is this person not present? You know, what is going to come up? I do feel some are feeling that they have to let go. Some are feeling that they have no control over a circumstance that is playing out in their life. There is, for some, a feeling that they have not fulfilled all their dreams that they wanted. They didn't, they don't know what life's meaning is. This is very common that we all collectively can feel this month. It's almost like that question of life, that question of faith. They're really soul searching at the moment. They don't feel special. There can be insecurities. They don't quite know what their path is. They don't feel they've reached their full potential. Away from codependency, I feel they're having a revelation that they hide behind situations. Now, when I say hide, I'm also being guided to a couple of situations that played out in the masculine and feminine's read. For some, this could be a family member that is reaching that end stage, especially because we do have like the Phoenix rising as their crowning energy, but it's in reverse. It's like the fire, the passion. It's something that is out of their power, out of their control. They're angry. They don't want to let go. So could this be a regrets of how they treated individuals, how they treated the twin flame path? Yes, it could be. But there's still resentment here and something they're not wanting to let go of. And so there's judgment, but it's really all to do with their own personal energy of frustrations that they had personally in their life. And when you do look at this whole read, I mean, it really does look quite depressing. It really does look quite down and melancholia and very lost in the mix of life. Promises that never come to be. Empty words, not living in the now. It is very much to do with the past. It's dashed dreams. It's did this space in the map, where they landed, where they stand right now. Is it everything that they want? Is it everything they wanted to pass? Very disillusioned, very confused. In their hearts, they may be walking down a path, but it doesn't feel it internally resonates with them. It could be that they're seeing counterpart actually doing something that is going to be them moving towards their own life destiny and path. This can be that they're, looking at their career, looking at their health, making personal choices, and really maybe done some shadow work. Yet this person does feel on the outside of things that they haven't ascended past this point. And this was always a problematic situation. Now, let me explain. If this is a physical karmic romantic partnership, many of you tend to feel, okay, say this is a masculine, i.e., we're reading karmic energy point blank zero. Whatever that is, be it it's a tribe member, be it it's a relationship, I am seeing two energies coming through, tribe and relationship. Regardless, twins grow. They have no choice. They're pushed into that circumstance. So inevitably, these individuals will always be ahead of a karmic frequency, is because karmic energy tends to stay stagnant, has a lot of drama associated to it, because the cycle will repeat until this person is actually releasing or addressing and confronting their energy. And relating to the past, they have not addressed this. Therefore, inside this karmic contract, even though they might be getting what they thought they wanted, because they haven't addressed their past, it's actually not. So it does cause some disillusionment and sadness. It's almost like, okay, well, I didn't live my life. I didn't have the things I wanted. They might have left an individual to go towards counterpart. They could have been projecting and inadvertently living through feminine or masculine. And so the bitterness is coming up and being projected towards the counterparts at this point in time. All these new things are coming through, and I see that they're ill-equipped to deal with it, and they're very tense about uncertainty in the world. They're feeling as though power is taken from them. And so in the mix of love, I feel especially they have an uncertainty in this relationship sector. This is to do with, for some of them, yeah, just real dash dreams. Let's go into clarifies. Okay, what is this current energy in relation to, please? Even though what we can see, it's almost like a deer in the woods, scared and not knowing what to do, very confused. There are options, but it feels their anger is actually clouding their judgment. The anger is actually driving them to do things that really they're not invested in. So it could be vengeful energy despite counterpart. It could be vengeful energy despite the twins point blank zero, even though this isn't their dream. They're actually being their own worst enemy in the mix of their dreams because they're ignoring their dreams, and this is actually making them quite angry. They could be projecting it towards counterparts. And they're not hostages, they're metaphorically, but they're feeling as such. Yeah, they're not having faith in themselves in, what they're meant to be doing. They're not letting something go. We've just had the card of Pluto come up. They're not letting it go. Okay, what is this shop, please? I don't know why I'm feeling out of nowhere. They could have been thinking about this for a while, but maybe not mention this to the other individual, the one in whom they're dealing with. And it's funny because I feel they're going to hear something. Something's going to happen, and this is going to take them by surprise. Yeah, this is actually going to take them by surprise, and it's going to show them that a lot of things are up in the air. They're wanting a lot of attention, but nothing is feeding that urge. Okay. This could be addictive tendencies. This could be, let's look. I also feel a loved one on the other side is actually trying to give them messages, but they're actually not accepting it. Ooh. Something is out of their control, and I do feel it's this insecurity of a reconciliation between the counterparts. And, the choice card here, the clarification is reunion, and I feel it's regrets of the past, regrets of, and something that's just directly out of their control. They've been trying to hold it at bay, but the fear's coming up, the insecurities. It could be that at a point, for some of you, you were communicating and quite civil. And I feel at this point, this is a person who is not civil. Yeah, something's coming to an end. I don't know why I'm getting this feeling, especially if this is a romantic connection. I feel they're missing somebody else. What is this? Yeah. Feeling that they went down the wrong path, feeling that they left a circumstance. But again, differentiating between love and codependency, I feel this person, due to the fact they have not addressed the things that they need, desire, want, and can achieve, I feel they're misinterpreting the energy of love. So it's still quite a codependent energy. It's almost that, yeah, what can this person do for me? Oh, that it was safer kind of analogy over, no, we're really in love. I do feel counterparts leveling up and moving forward and quite focused on self, quite focused on exit, not enabling. I do feel for some, they have had a split. And the split can actually look like just going along with the flow, even though this person's quite, focused on themselves. They're feeling the distance between the connection, not communicating as much. I feel by week's end there's something falling out in a communication. I feel the communication shuts down. If not, they've walked out the door and they're not talking. Okay, what is this to do with? Yeah, not feeling appreciated. No, yep, cutting it off. This is something's been cut off. One more, please. Oh, no, I'm telling you, I can feel another energy here. I feel if the karmic third party have been looking outside themselves, maybe seeking counsel in another person. The cards are falling. Something's falling and it's getting messy. Yep, Tower. They're avoiding a tower, but somebody's going to be left out in the cold. We will see you next week or live on Friday. Come through and join us for the lives. Otherwise, if you want this content ahead, you can grab it through our YouTube membership online. And we do have Discord. Take care.